We got to start though with the stock of the day, and and this is a reminder that you don't have to be going up to be the stock of the day.
No, you do not. Most likely, you're not going up.
In this case,
in this market, yeah.
It's Arconic, which is the maker of aluminum parts that was spun out of Alcoa. Shares of Arconic, now they're down about 16%. Earlier, they were down about 25% because the board of directors said that the company is no longer for sale.
Yeah.
And it had been for sale, and Apollo had ponied up somewhere north of $10 billion to buy them. And the fact that the board has pulled the plug on this has a bunch of investors saying, no, we're out.
Yeah, it's a pretty wild story. So this company was, like you mentioned, spun out of Alcoa. It was like the darling of the deal when they split the aluminum producer and then the parts producer, which is Arconic, out, and because it has exposure to the aerospace, commercial transport, and the oil and gas market. So investors were really excited about this company. And then in 2017, their cladding business provided aluminum parts for a building in England that caught fire, and they didn't perform as well as they should have. And so that's kind of been an overhang for this business since 2017. And as early as August of last year, Reuters came out with a story saying that they're going to put the cladding business up for sale, potentially the whole business, and that's what ended up happening. And even as early as or as late as earlier this month, this company was definitely for sale. They were going to go for $22 for Apollo Global. Now this morning, that the management team and the board came out and said that they don't believe that they've received any offers that justify the value of this company for shareholders. And so now shareholders are really feeling the pinch with shares down as much as 25% or more in trading today. So
the stock is just under $17 a share. By my calculations, this puts it at a 30-year low.
Yeah.
So I mean,
you love speechless on this.
I kind of am, because on the one hand, I sort of think, well, wait a minute, this is someone's going to pay for this business, and I'm wondering if the 30-year low seems like a buying opportunity, or if anyone who's looking at this should wait until, I don't know, some more information comes out of the board of directors, because I will say that it's pretty unsettling to see a reversal like this.
Yes.
And I'm not a shareholder, but just anytime you have, and maybe that's part of the reaction that we're seeing with the stock today, is because there wasn't really any indication that anything other than a sale was going to happen. And for them to just completely pull the plug and not even say, no, we think it's worth more than that, or we're saying no to this offer, but we're still open to negotiation. It was like, no, we're not for sale. That's really throwing people for a loop. Yeah, I think it kind of voices a lot of distrust from investors for management, because they had multiple offers, and up until they announced and said no, this was all but going through. And so I definitely think the sell-off may be a little bit overdone. Distrust investors maybe just like, you know what, we're out, because now we just have no clue what management is thinking, and rightfully so. I mean, if you have exposure to oil and gas market right now, not the best place to be. Aerospace, you know, it's still a booming business, but not necessarily growing gangbusters. So it seemed like this might have been a great deal for the investors, and now they're just like, who knows what's going to happen. This won't be the last investors hear about Arconic and a potential sale moving forward. So if I was considering, I would definitely still, you know, pump the brakes a little bit before jumping in and wait to see what else comes out of this before buying shares.